find out if my company is reporting my randoms to the clearinghouse? So first off, they're not randoms, they're called follow-up testing. And if you're in this phase, I want you to make sure that your paperwork, your donor pass says follow-up testing. Make sure they never say randoms. If they say randoms, they don't even matter. They don't even count. And you've done 5 and you have 2 more to do this year. You're not supposed to know how many you have. The FMCSA legally says that your SAP cannot tell you, your company cannot tell you, you're not supposed to know. FMCSA says that you should have a minimum of 6 follow-up drug tests in the first year. You could have more, you're not going to have less. I've seen SAPs that do 6 in the first year. I've seen SAPs that do 8 in the first year. I've seen SAPs that do 8 in year 1, 8 in year 2, 8 in year 3, 8 in year 4, and 8 in year 5. I've seen it all. Let's break down what is reported in the clearinghouse. So the very first thing that is reported in the clearinghouse is the negative test for your return to duty drug screen. And that is in step 5. Step 6, you're going to be taking follow-up drug test. And that is not reported in the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse by your companies until the very last test. Let me say that again. No one is keeping track with test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5, test 6, test 7, test 9. Nobody is keeping track of that. They're only keeping track of and reporting the very last test. So it's important that if you start with company A, you need to have a copy of the negative results, and you need to have a copy of that chain of custody form that they give you at the lab, that chain of custody number, something to show that you did that. Because if you leave company A and you've taken 5 tests so far, and you go to company B and you have a handful more to do, how does company B know that you did all 5 of those tests at company A? They don't, because nobody's reporting it in the clearinghouse. The clearinghouse only has a space to report the very last test. So you can do one of 2 things. One, you can depend on your company to keep track of everything. I don't know how your company keep their records, or if they keep the records, don't depend on them. Number 2, keep track of it yourself. Keep copies of your negative test results. Make sure that you have a copy of that CCF form. Make sure that you have that donor pass that you went to take that test, because then somebody can go back and find those results for you. So that's your job. That is your duty. Again, it is very important that you know nothing is kept in the middle. We only keep track of the beginning and the last one. Nothing in between. So if they get lost, you got to start over.